Can you solve the simple geometry question that American students all get wrong, but Russian students are apparently able to complete? Good morning, good afternoon, good welcome, good whatever time it is where you are. Welcome to today's Math Minute. This Math Minute is actually going to approach being a minute long. I know that's crazy. I want to take a look at a special problem today. There's this well-regarded Russian mathematician, V.I. Arnold, and he published a couple dozen years ago this book of problems for kids ages 5 to 15. And one of the problems goes like this. There's a certain simple area of a triangle, that American students are able to answer no problem and Russian students can't. Though in their defense, the reason they can't is that it's impossible to answer and all the American students are wrong. The problem goes like this. Imagine a right triangle with a hypotenuse of 10 inches, and then we're going to drop an altitude of 6 inches onto that hypotenuse. What is the area of that right triangle? American students always answer it this way. The area of a triangle, 1/2 base times height, all we have to do is plug it in. 1/2 times 10 times 6. Simple enough. The area should be 30 square inches. Can you tell what's wrong with this calculation? You may know that given the diameter of a circle, any triangle we draw to the edge of that circle, using the diameter as one of the sides of that triangle, will be a right triangle. Doesn't matter where we draw the triangle. We could draw it with that third corner over here. That would be a right triangle. We could draw it right in the center here, and it would look something like the isosceles right triangle. If we let this diameter be 10 inches, what is the greatest distance away that third corner of the right triangle could ever be? In other words, what is the greatest altitude possible? Well, even if we went right to the center of the circle and made that isosceles right triangle from a moment ago, that distance would be a radius of 5 inches. A 6-inch distance would always be a little bit too far away to actually create a proper right triangle. What the Russian students understood that apparently the American students did not is this triangle, as described, does not exist. There is no right triangle with a hypotenuse of 10 inches and a 6-inch altitude dropped onto that hypotenuse. Some people object to the wording of this question, and they say that it's overly pedantic. You can easily draw a right triangle with a hypotenuse of 10 inches and a height, that is a distance dropping down at a right angle, of 6 inches. This is in fact just your very simple 6, 8, 10 right triangle, though you'll note the area here is not 30, but 24. I think that's a fine objection, and there are a lot of trick questions like this that can end up just frustrating people rather than communicating interesting truths about mathematics. But I also think it's important to attend to the problems we're trying to solve. Do we fully understand them before we immediately go into calculations? In fact, if you look at the specific problem in Arnold's book, you'll see the question is not about the actual area of the triangle. The question is to consider why it is that one set of students would say it's impossible to calculate, while another set of students all get a consistent, though wrong, answer. So it is worth stopping and asking before we tackle problems in mathematics, what are we trying to answer, and what is the nature of the object that we're looking at? So there you have it. Pretty simple Math Minute today. I will put the link to V.I. Arnold's book down below. You can take a look at that as you would like. I do have a question for the people who are watching the Math Minutes, for you, my viewers. So I post both the Math Minutes and I post things like logic puzzles, LSAT games. I just did an optical illusion recently. Does it bother you when this other stuff pops up? Would you only want to see the Math Minutes? Do you like the logic puzzles as well? Is it distracting to you in the feed? I'm trying to figure out how to focus in what I do on this channel. So please, if you don't mind, comment down below. Let me know how you feel about that other stuff. And otherwise, I will see you all next time.